Tonight, Night Team is reopening a cold case file, trying to solve a murder that happened 2 decades ago. We first introduced you to Marlys Harper and her family's search for justice last night on Night Team. Harper was a young mother murdered inside her Elkhart home in 1999. This is the family she left behind. Kizzy Harper is her cousin, Crispin Harper is her son, and Chuck Schultz is her stepfather. All of them believe they know who killed her. But there are 2 problems with the suspect. Police can't prove that he did it, and he sits in a Michigan jail right now, convicted of other crimes. ABC57 has decided to share the family's thoughts on what happened and who might have done this, but since no one has been charged, we will not mention the person by name. Here's ABC57 investigator Kevin Warmhold with part 2 of his investigation.
We start this story back in 1993 at Middlebury Apartments in the city of Elkhart. Marlys Harper, a resident at the time, was hosting a party with her cousin, Kizzy Harper, and some friends. The group was drinking when they heard a knock at the door. A man, unfamiliar to Marlys and Kizzy, at the door asking to buy drugs. An argument broke out between members of the party and this stranger.
He ended up getting beat up and they threw him in a dumpster. Next thing you know, you hear shots.
The victim survived, but the police launched an investigation into the shooting, prompting them to interview both Kizzy and Marlys. Chuck vividly remembers how that went down.
The police had picked her up. They were threatening to lock her up unless she told them what she knew and testified against this guy.
This guy has never been charged with the death of Marlys Harper.
What happened after that incident?
Well, he went to prison.
Kizzy believes that when this guy got out of prison, he wanted revenge. On September 9th, 1999, a day before Marlys was killed, Kizzy, Marlys' cousin, received a message, and when she called the number back,
I'm like, hello, and then he like, hello, and I was like, who is this? And he like, who is this? And we was going back and forth. I'm like, forget this Kizzy, you know? And he was like, this. And then he was like, we got some unfinished business to take care of. I knew right then, because I knew we had testified against him in court.
You called the police?
I called the police the day of her funeral. When I told you, I called that number back.
Did the police ever interview this guy? Kizzy told me that she passed the information to the detective and she never got a call back.
And they wonder why to this day, people don't cooperate. Why people don't tell them nothing. Because you don't care, they don't care. They really don't care. Black on black crime, they really don't care. Kill each other, they don't care.
The case has since switched hands from Elkhart City's police department to the county's cold case division. I reached out to their department looking to see if they've ever interviewed this person of interest and other questions about the case. They never responded to my request for comment. This unnamed person of interest is currently serving time in prison until at least 2056 on unrelated charges. Over 2 decades later, Marlys' family is still searching for closure.
If you had something to say to the person that did murder your mother, what would you say?
I would have to say, coming from the life I've lived because of this, I've been looking for you for a long time. I've been chasing a ghost, really, and it's kind of ate me up. I just know I'm willing to forgive you, and so I can move on with my life. I just want to know why you did it.
It's been 23 years since Marlys Harper was shot and killed inside of her home. No one has been arrested, and it is unknown if the police have any suspects. Chuck and Crispin just want closure, and for the killer to be held accountable for murder.
And if you can help the family find closure tonight and catch her killer, deputies at the Elkhart County Sheriff's Department want to hear from you. Call Crime Stoppers right now. The number's on your screen, 1-800-288, 574-288-STOP.